Welcome to our March update. I can't believe it's March. We have a lot of things to tell you, so let's go. First of all, a little bit after we talked to you last month, we got sick. And first, we got sick with norovirus, so we were pooping and puking, and it was not pretty. After I finished with those symptoms, my throat was a little irritated. I thought it was pretty normal considering the amount of vomiting I had been doing, but then it got worse, and I kept coughing, and I had COVID. So that was fun. It wasn't that bad except for having to hang out in the house for a week. Aaron was going crazy.
We missed volunteer training. Amanda was here by herself for that whole week, but thankfully one of our volunteers stepped up and took the place of the two of us.
I believe it was while my head was in the toilet that Ukraine was attacked by Russia. It has been interesting to be here during this time. It's interesting to see how this tragedy is affecting Latvians. So they are just really sad and scared, and that also pertains to our youth. They're feeling really scared mostly, and that's causing them to be kind of in a flight response for most of them. Some of them are in a fight response. Most of them are flying away from us and not wanting to come to events, not wanting to engage.
One of the ways we're trying to keep them engaged and to help them feel empowered and not helpless is by helping us help Ukrainians. So we're partnering with the Baltic Global Initiative and the church here in our building, My Vieta, to gather supplies, going shopping together kind of as a family and donating those to send off. And so hopefully that will kind of pull our kids back in and make them feel like they're actually contributing and not just kind of a bystander that isn't able to do anything.
We're sending things off. We're gathering things to keep here for the refugees coming in, because there are, how many?
1,000. And I read there was close to 2,000 or so.
Refugees in Latvia.
Yeah.
So Riga's running out of room already to house these people. With Riga running out of room, they are asking private citizens to help. There's a group called We Help Refugees, and I signed up with them really early on and said we could provide housing. At the beginning, I really didn't think they would need us, but we got a call last night and kind of a survey more about our space and what we could offer, and we might be getting a Ukrainian roommate soon, so we'll see how that pans out. We'll keep you updated.
We don't share a border with Ukraine. Belarus is between us and Ukraine, but as most of you probably know, we are safe and we are a NATO country, so most of us, at least Americans, are fairly confident that NATO will have our back should Russia and Putin decide to keep this kind of exploratory nation-building, nation-conquering mission going.
So the Baltic Global Initiative is the main Christian organization in Latvia that is responding to this situation. They have a team on the border in Poland. They are sending vans to places like Moldova, where a lot of refugees ended up initially, and Poland again, to bring them to Latvia if they want to come to Latvia, and providing food and necessary items. So that's what they are doing. And I am now their English copy editor, so I am using my writing skills to help them keep their audiences updated about what they're doing, and that has been a really cool way for me to help so far. Life continues as normal here in Riga. As we said, the Lighthouse schedule remains the same despite lack of participation. Our pastor on this is helping us teach life skills classes this block. I think we mentioned in our last video that we're scheduling things in blocks this spring, so about month-long blocks of life skills classes. So our first block was nutrition.
Very long ago.
Our first block was nutrition. We're now on our second block. Our second block was supposed to be financial management. It was supposed to be taught by Thomas Schultz, who's one of the pastors at My Vieta, but he ended up going to Poland with BGI. So he's there now on the border helping the refugees. And so we'll do our financial management block another month. The way we plan this, it's been really easy to be flexible. So that's great. And we instead have subbed out for a class on reading the Bible for yourself, Bible basics. Our youth have varying degrees of experience with the Bible in church. We have Bible study here, but hopefully this class, which is going to focus more on biblical literature and genre of stories in the Bible and things like that, hopefully it will give them more of a detailed background about what the Bible is, why we read it, and how they can, again, read it for themselves. So that is our plan, and we're going to keep going with our blocks.
After our whole COVID adventure, I was actually able to go to Eagles Wings Camp in Airdrie and be with the leaders there for a planning retreat. And so talking about kind of new directions, new initiatives that Eagles Wings wants to do, not just camps, which is their kind of bread and butter, but how can they build up their leaders that they have, that a lot of them are here in Riga. How can they kind of help other organizations maybe partner with some other camps? Some really cool stuff. And so getting us all in the mindset of not only, yes, camps are coming for the summer, but kind of what's next, what's the future for Eagles Wings. So yeah, camps are coming up, and that will be its own big thing that happens this summer, and hopefully we will be fully rested before, and we can find rest after.
We're also looking ahead to going to Bridge Builders International's prayer days next month. It was rescheduled from October when we had a lockdown going on. We have no lockdowns going on right now. Even though case numbers are up, it's the same situation that is happening everywhere. The cases aren't as severe. So restrictions are loosening, and we expect to, go back to normal. Everything's pretty much back to normal. We're even able to have our unvaccinated youth join us again for in-person events.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your partnership, for your support, for your friendship. Thank you. See you next time.